Hey, what's good, Cowboy Station? How y'all doing? Hey, I'm gonna speak on like 3, 4 different things real quick. First thing, congratulations, Steele, on getting his paper, his money. Well deserved. He needed. Glad he got that extension. That dude, man. First year, it was rough. He's rededicated his mind, his body, everything to get better. His second year, his third year, now his he's fourth year now. Yeah, and he got paid. And congratulations, I'm all about players getting paid. Um, Actually, that wasn't gonna be one of my topics, but I'm on break. I go to check X, Twitter, whatever the heck you want to call it. And hey, that man did his thing. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of that young man. Because you see, that still is the result of putting in that work and not just sitting back and waiting or hoping. He put in that work. He's dedicated himself with his coach staff, with Duke Manyweather. I hope I didn't say that man's name wrong, but Congratz still. Next thing I want to speak on is congratulations, Coach Prime and CU. You know, I'm not a fan of them, but I'm a fan of Prime, and I want to say I don't care if you hate Prime or not, but what y'all not going to do is discredit and diminish or belittle what those young men went out and did yesterday. Those young men went out and they played their butts off and they shined. I'm not going to name them all. You know their names. So stop it. Because had they lost, I want to hear they need to be humble. Because had they lost, y'all be all over social media LOL and showing smiley faces, talking noise, and you be on Twitter, Facebooks, Threads, Spill, IG. Yo, you'd be all over everything, clowning those young men, clowning Prime, talking noise. So miss me with that. Hey, they need to be humble. They need to no, because if they had lost, you wouldn't have been humble. So stop it. Next. I'm going to speak on preseason games. Everybody talks about, John, we got the Johnson injury. Everybody's talking about when we faced the Bucks last year and how bad Dak looked, the offense looked. But they failed to mention the year before that when we played the Bucks, even though we lost. Both resulted in a loss. Looked bad, we lost. But they don't want to speak on how good Dak and them looked and how great how that offense was humming and moving and doing what they're doing. And you got to look at the difference. You got to look at, okay, first year, O-line was completely healthy except for our, first ballot Hall of Famer in Martin. We had our offensive line. McGovern came in, played right guard. He did his thing. Collins was out there. Then you go to last year. You had a rookie at left tackle who didn't get much reps before the first game. Then you had McGovern out there. Not really, first time starting at left guard. Then he gets hurt. You had Fournier come out there. You had Biotis, who could be up and down, that he was up and down last year at first, but then he was just solid. Then, your right side was your right side with Martin and Steele. And then you look at the weapons. He didn't have Amari Cooper. He didn't have a healthy Gallup. He didn't have a Cedric Wilson. He didn't have his weapons. He didn't have the offensive line to protect him like he did before. So, yeah, of course he's going to look worse. You take away your tools or anything in life that you do, if you downgrade it, your production is going to drop. It just is. So that's what I mean, Dak this year, he has his weapons. He has his offensive line so far. So you're going to see that production jump back up. You're going to see this team go back to producing at a high level. And then, this is for you Dak haters or whatever. It is what it is, with me. A lot of y'all, I listen to Law, Fox, Steele, Tuck, Rome, when people call into like certain shows. And, one thing they always talk about is Dak against the Niner game last year. They talk about both Niners games, but they failed to mention in the 15, 16 penalties. None of them on Dak, by the way. Dak makes a play, there's a play called back because of holding. Dak made plays that game. They just failed to execute as a whole. That was a team loss. That wasn't just on Dak. Last year, you could say what you want. Dak played bad. Dak played horrible. We're not going to shy away from that. I'm not going to say he didn't. Dak played bad. He missed passes. He threw interceptions. But, he didn't have his weapons. Again, lack of weapons. Piss poor play calling. But, all that's irrelevant. But, y'all, when people say, well, he had the number one defense in takeaways, you fail to mention defense got no turnovers. The one turnover they got was on special teams by Kevin Joseph, who's now a Dolphin. One thing I learned from listening to Sky is there should be context to anything and everything that we talk about. But people don't want to use context. They just want to go with emotion. And they just want to... Little hard to do when somebody said, well, what about Diggs when he missed that? That doesn't matter. Let's talk about Dak. Well, that does matter. He missed a tackle that was, illegal, not illegal. Had he hit that man, timed it properly and hit that man, we don't know what happens. He dropped the interception. Defense failed to get off the field when they were supposed to. Yeah, they make them stops. They make stops, but it's making stops in key moments, getting this team off the field so you don't let them drive a good percentage of the field to go get in field goal range. So, there's context to everything that we do. Again, Dak played horrible in that last San Fran game. Not making excuses for him. But you're not going to sit here and say, well, not give Dak a pass, but then on certain things, but then give the defense passes. You're not. That's ignorant. You're not going to compare Dak to Blake Bortles, Alex Smith, and then turn around and say Jalen Hurts is elite after 1 year. Stop it. That's ignorant. This season, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to shot. This team has to come out and be disrespectful on the field. With their, not dirty disrespectful, but just disrespectful on the scoreboard and play like that all season. When the Cowboys are winning the division and top in the NFC and one of the top 10s in the NFL, and they start the ESPN, I'm not naming all these clowns, man. All these four-letter network clowns, you know who they are. Some of y'all listen to them. I don't. The only time I ever hear from really is when somebody shares something on a page on X, or when I'm listening to somebody and they're playing clips from it. That's the only time I listen to them dudes, man. I can't stand them. They're disrespectful and they're ignorant. They don't show football knowledge. They're clickbaiters. I don't do the clickbaits. I don't do the let me get a extreme reaction stuff. That's not me, Chief. I can't do it. I won't do it. Like I said, man, I'm at work. I'm on break, as you see again, you know, I got to get ready to get out of here. I'll probably drop another video tomorrow. I'm off. You know, I hope everybody have a good weekend. Y'all stay safe. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't be ignorant like I have been before. I'm not going to lie about it. But, hey, y'all take it easy, man. Much love, much respect. Y'all take it easy. One.